Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm Dave here at Electronic Music Collective. Man, I was about to say EMC, but you could say either or. I'm a DJ, producer, record collector, and tech aficionado here at EMC. What we've been doing for you guys the past couple of weeks, it's a tech show relatable for DJs and producers to kind of help save you guys some time and money, showing you that you can do a lot more with less. This series is to help you get up and running, and hopefully will help you avoid issues that we had to encounter here at EMC. So we put together a live stream gear checklist to make your intro into live streaming more seamless. This checklist does have multiple components, but we won't be covering all of that today. Our last show that we did covered audio. And if you missed that, we definitely encourage you to go to our YouTube channel and check that out. But the third item that's on our streaming checklist is we're focusing on lighting, and that's what we're going to go over today. So I'll be showing you some parts of my setup, some suggestions on items that might work for you in your setup. We'll supply some gear links down in the description below. And also just a quick disclaimer, this video and show, it's not sponsored. So if you're new to our channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's just jump into it. Let's talk about lighting. So when lighting yourselves for your live streams, you want to make sure that the type of lighting that you choose is projecting the same color onto you. So let's talk about color temperature for a second. Basically, with the Kelvin scale, you can use this scale to help gauge and keep you on track. So the higher you go up on the Kelvin scale, the more cooler and crispy the light becomes. And the lower you go on the Kelvin scale, the more warm in color your lighting will be. My setup right now, I'm at around a 3500 on the Kelvin scale. So 2K or 2000 will give you a setting that's a little bit more orangish and yellowish. Going higher on the scale to say 6000 or 6500 is going to give you more of a white light, 6500 being much closer to daylight. So going down in the scale and choosing more of a yellowish hue will make things a lot more warmer and cozy with your setup. So the setting you choose will depend on the look and feel that you want basically for your set. Now, if you want to go with an artistic approach, you could play around with different lighting colors and see what works best for your setup. So next thing I want to kind of dive into is going to be some setup techniques. So the 2-point lighting technique is basically consists of the key light and the fill light. It's basic but effective. It's a lighting setup which involves positioning not just one but 2 lights that are pointed towards your face, behind or parallel with your camera. So instead of putting the lights directly in line with your face, for maximum effect, you can place them to either side at, say, like a 45-degree angle, and angle them in towards you. What's even one of these, I would say, you should probably make brighter than the other, because this will provide a subtle a bit of shadow and depth to the lighting that's on your face. So real quick, I can show you guys a quick shot of my setup right now. And this is actually a 2-point setup. And as you can see, works pretty good for just this, my small little studio here. I've definitely got these blinds down. It's a bright and sunny day outside today. So so the next lighting technique is the 3-point lighting technique. and very similar to the 2-point lighting technique. But this one has a third light that's added and it's positioned somewhere behind you. So the third light, it's typically called a hair light, which would be projecting light behind you, on your head, or on your shoulders to help separate you from the background. Ideally, you'd want to place this out of frame of your camera and off to the side because you don't want a bright light shining right into the shot or into the lens. Yeah, those are the two great techniques that you can use for a basic live stream. I don't have the hair light behind me. I don't have hair, period. But regardless, now let's just go over some inexpensive lighting options to help get you guys going with your live streams. We also will show you some upgraded options as well, and some things that we would recommend. So let's just start off with free. Who doesn't like free? What's free is, natural daylight is free. So I technically could have had my whole setup completely off because it's a beautiful day outside today. I could have had both of my lights off here and been perfectly fine with just my blinds up and going right off of natural daylight. So if you don't want to spend a dime and you've got access to shoot near a window and you want to use natural daylight, you can do that. This is very good if you're starting out on a budget and you don't want to spend any money. But an issue with this option is your lighting will change depending on the time of day or even the weather. Basically you'd be racing against time to get that consistent lighting. So investing in some lighting means your lighting won't constantly change, and you can film any time of the day or night and not be restricted to just certain hours of the day and natural light. So but now you'd be able to film a lot more videos, and instead of being locked into a certain time frame. I know for me over here, things start to get daylight savings is going to be coming up soon, and but things start to get a lot darker over here, towards 5, right now around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, but at 3 o'clock, I had great daylight. So that doesn't give me a lot of time to do what I want to do. Another option, and this is super inexpensive, it's just some basic work lights. An inexpensive option to just light your face and light yourself up would be these basic work lights from a hardware store. You technically could take like 4 or 5 of these with some daylight balance bulbs and have yourself a quick mobile setup, and you could do a really cheap live stream on the go and not really have to spend a ton of money either. So the work lights, you can get those for about $8 from Home Depot or any other hardware store. And then the daylight balance bulbs, those run for about $12, and that's a super inexpensive option for you. I'm not telling you that should be your setup, but I'm just telling you you can get started in doing something super basic and work your way up as you start to build your setup up. So another option that we could talk about real quick is called the Viltrox L132T. This one is very doesn't come as a lighting kit or with a lighting kit, but it is great for the price. So this light has a decent sized illumination surface with absolutely no micro shadows. The individual LEDs are pretty much invisible through the diffusion panel, making this a super soft light panel that you can get for under $100, and it comes with a shoe adapter included. So definitely for that price, man, I think we found that one at B&H. You totally could get a couple of those and have yourself a nice setup there. The next one that we would recommend, it's called a ring light. Um, the newer 18-inch LED ring light actually comes as a kit, and this lighting kit, comes with the stand, comes with the filter, the hot shoe adapter. A few more items come with this. Doesn't come with the carrying bag, but if you want to have just one stand with a light on it and it not take up a ton of space, a ring light is a really good solution. So just move the ring light to wherever you want to shoot and simply just place your camera in the middle of that ring, and this will give you even light around your face. And you also don't have to use it just in front of you as a ring light. You could also, if you want, you can use it as like mood lighting off to the side and just have that projecting onto you. So keep in mind, ring lights, if you wear glasses, we would probably recommend you not using something like this because you will see that ring reflection in your glass lenses. So let's talk about what I'm using for a second. I'm using the newer, it's the bicolor LED video light kit. 2 pieces. It's pretty cool, and it also comes with soft boxes, and so you have a choice of. It doesn't come with 4 lights, but you can just take the LED panels and instead of using them alone on the tripods that it comes with, you can insert them into the softbox and rock with soft boxes if you want, or you could do the LED panels. So the color temperature on these ranges from about 3200 to 5600 K. Like I said, I'm at about a 3500 right now. And these simply can just be plugged in, or you can run these off of battery power. Batteries are sold separately. They don't come with this kit, but if you purchase some batteries for this, that's a nice mobile setup for you. And you can control the brightness and the tint of the lighting, and make the ideal setup for your environment. So yeah, that's the setup that I have. And next line is the Elgato key light system. So these guys right here, in our opinion, are probably the best all-around lights for like a home studio use that we found. This series comes with the key light itself, or the key light air, and both retail for about $199 to about $129.99. And oh, excuse me, I forgot to mention the price on my setup. The price on my setup was $239.99. So description for that would be in the down below as well. But back to the Elgato key light. Both can emit a very warm white 2900K to around 7000K, and have the ability to connect to your Wi-Fi, or you could use a remote control, either from your computer or from your phone. We really like these. The key light itself is larger than the key light air, and it offers a brighter maximum output and comes with a nice sturdy heavy duty clamp mount for basically attaching to tables or desks. Now the key light air, this one's a little bit smaller. It's a lot more portable, and it puts out less light at max settings, and it comes with it as well comes with a nice tabletop stand and with a weighted base. So yeah, the next subject that I'd like to jump into really quick is to talk about accent lighting for a second. So you could look at different kinds of accent lighting to make your overall home studio more visually interesting or appealing. Using different light behind in the background also helps to separate you from the background. So something that it's a little bit that we would recommend. It's a little bit more expensive than a few other options I'm going to show you, but is the Hue Play light bar from Philips. This one's pretty dope. It's a great accent light. We like these because you can easily hide them behind, your cushions or your chairs or other furniture at home. They provide incredible uplight effects on light colored walls, especially if you get rid of other ambient light that's behind you, or even your main video lights. So if you wanted to, you could pick up a pack of 2 of these, which includes 2 of the full color RGB lights. But in order for you to get those to play together, you would need to purchase the Hue Hub. But this totally is a great option, and being able to connect to Wi-Fi and control things with your phone and dial in the setting that you want is pretty dope. But a much cheaper alternative, and actually what I'm using right now, is just a simple Wi-Fi LED strip light. This retails for about $27, and I basically ran this LED strip right above my setup over here, and it as well connects to Wi-Fi and could be controlled by a supplied remote or with your phone, and it adds a nice splash of color in the background of your shot. And I can show you now. Right now we're using blue, so let's switch it up to green. So depending on the color that you want to use and try to get in the shot, it's a super sunny day out today, so it's not showing up as much as it should, but when I shoot in the evening or later on at night, it definitely pops out more. So that's definitely an option for people. And I literally just ran that through some bookshelves that I connected above the top up there. So, and it's hidden behind a lip on that bookshelf. So that's an option for you guys at a pretty decent price, around $27. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is another option for some accent lighting, which are RGB LED floodlights. I've actually got the brand is called Melpo, and if you look behind me, if you can see it, I kind of have a purplish hue that's shooting straight up right now. But these guys are very good for the price. They're only $20, and can be used indoor or outdoor. Bluetooth as well, so you can control this with your phone. Turn it off, turn it on, choose the color that you want to use. But these provide a nice uplighting, which basically can paint your wall and helps to separate you from the background. These could be plugged in and placed on the floor in the background, or it could be aimed at a bookcase or other areas in your background of your shot. So this accent lighting basically gives you guys gives your shot, a much more professional touch, and you can control those colors and additional features from your phone or with the phone app. So I actually really quick just want to show you guys what if I turn all this accent lighting off. So let's turn off the LEDs, and just gonna go to my phone real quick, and let's also turn off. So now I know it was super subtle, but without that accent lighting in the background, it kind of makes the shot seem a little stale, and there's not much that's separating me from the background. But if I turn everything back on, you should be able to notice the difference. So yeah, you guys, this kind of concludes our show today about lighting. My name is Dave here at EMC. We are a premier music production, mixing, and DJ training facility located here in New York City. So whether you're new and just starting out, or if you've got some experience and just want to learn some new skills or techniques, we're currently offering online classes and private lessons, and can help you get to that next level. So please visit our website, electronicmusiccollective.com, and also check us out also on our social media channels. And make sure to check out more of our future EMC shows that we got coming up. And thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys on the next episode. All right, take care.